Hey guys, let me just tell you something real quick. God lives in white people too. Now, God lives in everybody, but not everybody. Okay, you got to have a soul. Okay, sometimes people go through so much sin in their life, or they're exposed to so much sin that they secretly had their morals removed from them. And their morals, you need a soul to have morals now, good morals. And I say this because a white guy blessed me with a car. Color has nothing to do with it, but during this time, it's important to talk about this now. Color has nothing to do with it, but a white guy seeing me struggling, he said, I told him I was homeless. He asked me, how I got this way. I told him about my job and the boss that I had. I didn't really get too far into the boss thing because, he was white and I didn't want him to feel uncomfortable. So I told him my situation, and he said, you know what? You got your license? I said, yeah, I have my license. He said, have you ever been in an accident? I said, no. He said, have you ever had any trouble with the law? Are you on the run or anything? I said, no. He said, have you been to school? I said, yeah, I went to the academy at High Point Central. And then I went to, I was nominated to go to the academy after a regular middle school, where they took me straight to the middle college at GTCC Greensboro. So I wasn't really with the good kids. I went with the bad kids in the regular high school. So then I got transferred to the academy at Central after the middle college and after the middle school. And that's where I received my high school diploma. Then I went off to college at the community college, and I did 2 years, and I did not complete it. But he wanted to know my background, my history, if I had any family to help me. Of course not. The only person that was really there in the mind is my grandma. That's the only person that's really smart right now in the head. So so he said, you know what, don't worry about that. I got you a car. I said, oh, are you serious? I said, I'll pay you I'll pay you. I said, please, I saved my money from my last job. I said, I will pay you. He said, no, don't worry about that. You don't have to give me nothing. And I was so blessed, and I love that man. Thank you so much, Andrew Clement. And Fred Gagnon. Fred Gagnon was the man who said, you know what, Chris, you have a bicycle. I see what you're trying to do, Chris. I'm sorry that your family don't see this in you, Chris. But anytime you need a ride to go look for a car on Craigslist or anything, I'm going to be your ride, Chris. I said, God bless you, Fred. That was Fred Gagnon and Andrew Clement. They both helped me. Andrew Clement gave me the car, and Fred Gagnon helped me navigate and did whatever he could to help me get a car. And they both attended the same church. Now, that's the reason why I said all white people aren't racist. God is in some white people now. And there's it's some black people that God ain't in, and there's some Hispanics that God ain't in. But there's some God in some people, and I'm letting you know that now. In some white people, there's some God. And when I went to the thrift store, it was a church thrift store. I went to a church thrift store. Everything I'm doing is going back to a church. It's weird now. Because you got a lot of hypocrites. So it's like during this time, it's kind of like really big that a white people are doing more and more to help black people now, and that's a blessing. They and some of them have always been that way. Their heart's always been that way, so, and remember, color has nothing to do with it. It's just the heart of the person. So I asked the guy, the guy actually asked me how I was doing. It was a white guy. I said, I'm doing pretty good. I said, I have to sleep in my car right now, but I remember this thrift store. It was a church thrift store. I said, I remember this thrift store because when I was in the shelter, they wrote me a clothing voucher to go over there and get some clothes because I was trying to find a job and all that stuff while I was in the shelter. Just getting established. My grandma understood it. She knew what I was doing. I could talk to her every now and then, but whenever I didn't speak, she knew I was hurt. And I reminded her that. I said, Grandma, I love you. There's nothing you're doing, but I'm really, really hurt. If I'm not talking, somebody hurt me, and I can't speak right now, Grandma. But I do speak to people that is good. I do speak to them people. Just to the people that hurt me, I don't speak to you. Because you knew what you were doing and you didn't even have. But anyway, so I told him my story, and then I talked. I seen a chair. I said, I love that green chair over there. That's an antique chair. It was a wooden chair, and then the seats were green, and it looked like one of those king chairs that people sit in, but it was an antique. It was wood. I said, oh my gosh, I really love this. I said, if I had my own place, I would buy that. It was $80, you guys. And he said, don't worry about that. He said, you're going to have a place, look for a place by the end of the week, next week. You're going to have a place. And prayer works, guys. Whatever he did, I swear to you guys, I was in I've never purchased my own hotel or motel room. Never did, because I was trying to save money and budget, and I had to go to a shelter. You see what I'm saying? But this time when I got my unemployment, I said, you know what? It's hard for me trying to find a place. I'm gonna find one though. But right now, let me just manifest by going into a place first, and then the universe will see, and God will see, which is in me, that I want to be in my place, and other people do also. So I went to Motel 6, didn't really like it, but I was thankful because I was protected, under a roof. And it was a lot of drug activity going on in that area and stuff, and it's a horrible smell. It actually smelled like an adult bookstore, like a game room or something like that. If you ever been to one of those, I don't know. And then after I went to Motel 6, I got my unemployment again for the next week when I certified it. Because you got to certify every week to get it. And I went ahead and got me 2 nights for Red Roof, and then I went and ordered another room for another 2 nights at another motel because it was cheaper. And I was like, God, you bringing me in a space to where I'm safe. I wrote this down. I manifested it. I said, this is my situation, but it's not going to be forever. I'm just passing through, and God protected me. And I just want to thank you and let you guys know that God lives in white people too, y'all.